Today is a Wednesday, and we are going to have what is called a beginner's session. And one of the beginners, they asked me the question, why are you having this session every day? Why don't you have uh, once a week? So I asked the beginner, do you brush your teeth once a week? No, I don't brush my teeth once a week. Do you have shower? Huh? Once a week, do you have shower? Some people think shower once a week. So I said, this is the refreshing of the soul. The soul energy important for us to have this on a daily basis. And for those who don't realize the importance of this session, every day it is so critically important to have this. Sip Sachin, Sip Siri, Sip Shiva, Sip Rutanu, Sip Atmanan, Sip Shiva, Sip Samatma, Sip Girija, Sip Harshal, Sip Alak, Sip Anand, Sip Lakshmi, Sip Prakash, Sip Parvati, Sip Gigi, Sip Vinayak, Sip Ru Mataji, Sip Sadanand, Sip Chotwani, Sip Prakash, Sip Shiva, Sip Krishna, Sip Sukhi, Sip Chidanand, Sip Aham Atma, Sip Anil, Sip Sagai, Sip Anil Diokar, Sip Soham, Sip Atmatray, Sip Kamalji, Sip Renuka, Sip Aham Sip, Sip Bliko, Sip Girish Ananda, Sip Meenakshi, Sip Ru Mataji. And we are on to that session, open session, Wednesday session. You can ask any question. But I cannot promise you if you ask me at 8:55 or 9 o'clock, I try to close sharp 9 o'clock because people struggle. So I don't like to keep this thing dragging after 9 o'clock, right? So please ask before 9 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, there are no questions. It is all yours. Let us start with Girija. Yes, Girija.
Shivom Guruji,
Shivoham.
uh, Guruji, I just wanted to know, you said karma can only be burnt by good action.
Yes.
Karma, yes. What all or the good action? I just want to know because sometimes is there any such words also, if unwanted, this thing, कभी ना चाहते हुए कुछ बोलना पड़ जाता है, that is also creates a bad karma.
Definitely.
Definitely. Unknowingly, if you, it
No,
comes out of,
unknowing is not counted.
is not counted.
And for example, unknowingly you stamp an ant. Unknowingly.
Hmm.
But suppose somebody tells you, see, there's an ant and you are being careless and still you are stamp ant, then it is knowing.
Uh, I understand that. वो नहीं, like sometimes you don't want to say something, but it comes. Uh, वही
Karma.
unknowingly, that
Not
is also
unknowingly, uncontrollably. You are saying it without, you are not able to control it.
एकदम से it comes in. Uh, Sometimes you.
Intuitively, as a reaction, without intention, it just comes out of your mouth, you nonsense, rubbish, dirty fellow. You say it's a karma.
It's a karma only. And I just want to know, good actions means what? Helping others, uh,
Any good action. You know what is
any
good
good
and what
action.
is bad. Whatever is good is good
I,
action. Whatever is bad action.
that I know, Guruji, but ye, talk wisely, I'm saying like sometimes
Talking
I
is
want to be.
doing. Talking is doing. Thinking is not doing. When you
Okay.
think a bad thought, it is not reaching the person. But for example, thinking is not doing. Okay. But cursing is a bad karma. Suppose I'm saying, may you dog should bite you. I wish the dog should bite you. Like, suppose I'm doing, that's a karma. It's a bad karma.
Curse, I know. Curse, I
But
know. But
if you think something bad and you stop it, suppose you say, I should curse him, yeah, I should curse him, I should curse him. But you don't curse. You stop that thought. It's not a bad karma.
sometimes एकदम से uh, बोलना ही पड़ता है. Uh, like that is
It is
also,
karma. It is karma.
it is karma only. You have to control.
That is important. I am Atma. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
But remember, the way to it's not about doing good karma. The way to be enlightened is to not be the doer of karma, is to transcend karma. So all karma you can drop in one moment. In one moment, you can drop all karma. That is the goal.
Yes.
By realizing I am not the body, the actor. I am not the mind and ego, the director. I am the soul. I am part of the creator. All karma is gone.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you. So we have got Ahem Atma,
Yeah,
Rutanu, Atmanan, Meenakshi.
yeah. Good evening, Guruji.
Good evening.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, as usual, I'm in the traveling. Okay. Guruji, this is it now from October 26th till now, mostly for last 4 months. I'm in this path actually. Is it
You joined
is
you joined October 26th.
October 26th? October 26th. Not even a single day I missed. Every day I attending. Along with that, the past videos and all also I'm going through all your books and everything. I'm slowly establishing, but sometimes I'm slipping myself into mind consciousness. That, sir, is it normal
Mind
since it
state,
is since
not
mind?
mind consciousness, mind state.
This is in mind state. Since this is a beginner session, I am a very very beginner actually. That's why I am entitled to ask this question to you. Is it normal for the beginner to slip? Is it normal? Yeah,
Absolutely.
मैं आपको ओपन बताता हूँ. कुछ कुछ लोग दफ्तर में हमारे पीछे बात करते हैं. They are backstrapping. Actually, openly I am saying. हमारे अब सामने अच्छा बात करते हैं, हमारे पीछे. I really wonder how SIP is sitting inside their heart. It is really. Yes,
So
I am a.
suppose you see a dirty lizard, even that also a sip, na.
No, no, understood.
Cockroach also a sip.
Cockroach also SIP. I understood how the SIP is sitting inside the. I really wonder.
Because
So,
sip is not sitting inside.
okay, SIP is
Sip is
everywhere.
everywhere.
SIP is everywhere. These creatures are inside the SIP. Something
These
like.
people, they see in a movie. If you have only Rajnikant, if you don't have the Daku, you don't have Gunda, then the movie will not sell. No,
Yeah, yeah, perfect, perfect. Yeah, you are right. But it is very easier
hero
to
also should
say.
be hero should be there. Villain also should be there. Both should be there.
Yeah, yeah. So how to avoid stress with these kind of people जो हमारे कुछ सामने कुछ बात करते हैं, बीचे कुछ बात करते हैं. They don't know karma. They don't know they will be penalized by
Let them not
Almighty.
know. Why should they know? You know, na.
No, 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 no. You are how to escape from these people, particularly in office like situation.
By being in conscious, established in consciousness.
No, no, established, but kuch समय established. Since I am a beginner, I am asking Guruji. Really, it is very, very difficult. Very difficult. I am finding it.
That
Ana,
is
within 5-10 minutes, maximum 10 minutes, पूरा mind consciousness में चलता हूँ. Ana, within 10 to 15 minutes, I am coming back to consciousness. Oh, SIP is there. Somebody is there to take care. Like that, that the dhairya or courage आता है. बट हाउ द सिप इज सिटिंग इनसाइड इसी प्रकार बदमाशी लोगों के अंदर कैसे सिप बैठता है.
the sip is not the shaitan.
सिप इज
The
नॉट शैतान.
shaitan, see the devil also
हाँ,
is only an appearance. See, this is
ओके.
what you're learning. Now, why I told every day this call is important. Every day you learn. So, my dear Ahmatma, let's suppose I tell you one. I'm going to ask you a question you will never forget rest of your life.
या या
You are chartered accountant, right?
या सर डोंट
If
कॉल
I
मी
give
सीए.
you
डोंट कॉल मी सीए. यू कॉल मी एससीए.
yes,
Spiritually
yes.
awakened. You already told. Now it
Okay,
is a
okay,
gentleman agreement between you and me. It is. I
okay.
am not at all a
Suppose
CA.
I
CA is only
suppose
for this body. Body
suppose
and
I give
पैसा
you
के लिए. पैसा के लिए is.
suppose I give you Sri Ram on
हाँ,
Sri Ram statue,
हाँ.
beautiful Sri Ram statue made of gold.
Yeah.
What you'll do? What you'll do?
What you will do? I will प्यार से ले लूंगा. प्यार से ले लूंगा. Yeah, it is a human tendency. It's a gold.
Pure gold.
Yeah, sure.
Next day I give you stay another statue in gold, but it is
Okay,
Ravana.
okay.
What you'll do?
But I got your point. I got your point. Other it is just like a cause and effect you are saying.
Not
Gold
that. See,
mitti, mitti.
if I'm giving you gold, you will not throw it, nah.
No, you are correct. Mitti or necklace, lahar or ocean, and another example, some example will be there, some other.
So the point is that we have to
Yeah.
see not the people who are shouting at you. You have
No,
to
not
see the
shouting.
divine,
Not at all
whatever.
shouting. They can't shout.
Backbiting, bitching,
Ah.
whatever you call it.
Yeah.
You have to see, you have to see the divine inside them.
No, I am seeing divine, but sometimes Maya or something, it pulls me down,
Mind,
pulls me down.
mind pulls you.
Mind pulls you. Second question to you.
Yes.
Guruji, law of karma is ruling the world. 2 minutes. Law of karma is ruling the world. I know that what I am today is because of my yesterday's action or my previous Janma's action. Whatever unfolds, these are all backbiting. ये सारा चीज मेरा जो कर्मा मैंने backbiting किया होगा पूर्व जन्म में उसका उसका फल मैं भोगता हूँ अभी.
Yes, absolutely.
I understood everything. But there are some gurus, not gurus. It is generally, you should live in the will of God. Leave it everything to Him. Whether I should live every moment by moment by accepting the law of karma or प्रभु तुम्हारे will जो होता है तुम्हारी इच्छा से होता है which is correct. I know that
So,
both are correct, but in which path I should go? Whether I should accept it, it is a punishment. I did something
in an
wrong in my
aeroplane,
past. I have to, huh?
in an aeroplane,
Huh?
aeroplane.
Aeroplane.
In
Understood.
the
Yeah.
aeroplane, the pilot has to put full speed engine,
Uh,
and keep on going full speed engine, and take off. Okay.
correct.
After takeoff in the middle of the sky, he can put in automatic and then it will go automatically.
Correct. Correct.
So before takeoff only he can put automatic and he can leave it.
No, he cannot. First, he has to slowly, he has to do it, and then
So,
on.
so you have to first do your karma, and reach that state of becoming a karma yogi. When you
Correct.
reach that state of realization, I am not doing the karma. I am not. As long as you are doing the karma, you cannot leave into the hand of God.
Correct. Okay. Yeah.
After you reach that state of awakening, I am nothing. I am
Yeah.
not Krishnan. I am Atma. Then
Correct.
you can come. Then you can surrender. Without doing only all your office people tell tomorrow, sir, we are all surrendering, sir. No work from today, all surrender. Then what will happen?
Yeah. Nine.
Surrendering is a state of after complete realization, there is complete surrender.
Okay. First, आप मुझे क्या advice देते हैं? Whether my understanding about your advice, I am telling you whether I am right or wrong. You tell me. First, I have to accept whatever is unfolding is as per my karma. First, I
Correct?
have to learn to accept it.
Yes.
Jo, whatever goes around comes around. Whatever I did, it is coming back to me. Something like that, I have to accept it. Na?
And
Then,
keep on doing good karma
uh,
till
till,
till you realize you are not doing any karma.
okay.
When
Oh,
you realize you stop, you don't need to go to office or you don't need to take responsibilities. When you are in a state where you become a divine instrument, as a
correct.
divine instrument, you surrender completely.
Correct. This enlightenment exam I found to be more difficult than chartered accountancy exams. very,
Okay,
very,
good. Ruth,
very tough.
Ruth Anu, thank you.
Right.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Amatma. See you
Guruji. Thanks.
see you in your house. Come back home and we'll meet you. Ruth Anu,
Thanks, Guruji. Yeah.
Atmanan,
Shivoham Guruji.
Shivaham.
Guruji, nature is so beautiful.
Ah,
Birds, sky, water, leaves. So why we are not always connected to nature?
who will cook the food in the kitchen? Who will cut the vegetables? Who will earn? Who will do the job?
Hmm.
Suppose I want to be in the nature now. Zoom call. Where is air? Air is in the nature. No Zoom call today. Air is in the nature. Then what will happen?
Hmm.
So we can be in the nature at times. When the sun was setting, I was with the nature. When the sun is rising, I was with the nature. So it is for us to find a time with nature, to spend time in silence, to spend time, and we must also do our duty. And we must spend time with SIP. How to, I think tomorrow's topic is like that. Tomorrow I'll explain. How much time are we spending with SIP? That is a big question mark. How much time we are spending in a day with SIP? How much time we are able to dedicate? Prabhu, I surrender to you. I offer to you my time. How much time we are able to do? We'll say, no, Prabhu, I have to take care of my daughter, my mother, my this, my that. Okay. Ultimately, how much time for SIP? So you can spend time with nature, but it's all about how much time you're in yoga, how much time you're aligned with SIP. Atmanand, okay?
Yes.
Atmanand, Meenakshi, and Ahmatma. Back to Ahmatma.
Shivam Guruji,
Sir,
I'm coming back to the DRM question actually.
what question?
On the death, rebirth, and moksha.
Aha, yes.
So, my understanding is at the death, basically the soul departs from the body and then we destroy the body, right? Either we burn it, bury it, whatever. And the soul merges with the sip, correct?
Absolutely.
And so, if
Perfect.
some, sorry?
Perfect.
Okay. And then if somebody is whatever a Jivan Mukta or a realized, at that time he also gets moksha because anyway he does not associate himself with the karma.
Correct.
Yeah. So my doubt is regarding rebirth. So rebirth means I have not realized, correct? And I have unfinished karma. That's why I'll have to come back.
Absolutely.
So in this particular case, at death also, basically the body will be destroyed, and immediately at that moment, the soul will go and merge with the sip. So this unfinished karma, where is it contained, and how does it get another soul to take birth? Is what I'm not very clear about.
In your phone, when you transfer your phone from one device to another device, all the data gets transferred, correct?
Yeah, but I need another phone to transfer it, right?
Yeah, another phone that is there. But how the pictures get transferred?
Either through a cable you can do or wirelessly you can do.
So, just like that, when your mind and ego is getting transferred, when your mind and ego is getting transferred, where does it arrive? Where does
No,
your
no,
mind
but
and ego arrive?
where does the mind and ego arrive? No, no. So it arrives in that first cell, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, but Gunji, the confusion I have is, but we say the mind and ego does not exist itself. That's how a person gets moksha, right?
The mind and ego does not exist, then the mind and ego does not come into the same cell. The moment you realize the mind and ego does not exist, then there is a question of coming into another body. Are you getting or not getting?
I somehow
Option
feel okay. Please,
option one,
try explaining one more time. I'll pay attention.
I should explain, right?
Yes, please.
Option one, I die. I am ignorant. I have karma. My body dies, my soul becomes one with SIP. My mind and ego, MEK, mind plus ego plus karma. This entity is transferred into a zygote when a spark of unique life, a new soul, gives life like this. And the cell is conceived in the mother's womb. So it's very simple. Where is the confusion? The moment I am a Jivan Mukta, I am enlightened. If I am enlightened when I die, where is the mind and ego?
No, we realize that it doesn't exist, right?
Finished, over, game over.
But that's where I'm getting stuck. That in the first case also it doesn't exist, now because mind and ego, mind never
Have you
exists,
have
right?
you
That's
have
what
you have you have you have you ever
you
ordered
also
food?
always tell,
Have you
right?
have you ever ordered food on Zomato?
Sorry.
Have you ever ordered food on Zomato?
Yeah, yeah.
So when you order food on Zomato and he comes and gives you the bill, what you have to do?
If I ordered, I have to pay.
But if it's already prepaid, then
Then I don't have to pay.
Simple, na? If the what I'm saying is just when if it's already if you're liberated, if you are already enlightened, you realize I am Atmanand. I am the Atma in Anand. So where is your mind and ego then? Does the mind exist?
So what essentially we are then telling is, once I realize, then the mind and ego does not exist. If for unrealized people, mind and ego exists.
Obviously. And for the realized people, only mind does not exist.
The ego is an enlightened ego, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I don't know why you are getting confused. Would you like to clarify what is your confusion? It should be no confusion at all.
No, I'll have to better articulate it. At least for today, I got the answer. I'll come back.
No, but if you don't, you have got 40 minutes more. If you feel unclear, come back. Don't leave it.
No, I also have to articulate it correctly, right? So the way you articulated, I understood. So I'll.
No, it's very simple. You're just saying what is the difference between tomato and orange. No, tomato is tomato, orange is orange. No, the one is fruit, one is vegetable. So be very clear. Meenakshi, but please ask if you have a doubt, ask. Meenakshi Jain.
Shivoham, sir. Good evening.
Shivoham.
Sir, I have question on Samadhi.
Samadhi.
Yeah. So,
Please ask.
do we need the state of Samadhi for self-realization or God realization?
Do we need Samadhi?
The state of Samadhi, wherever when we are lost, completely lost, the body, we don't see the.
We don't need.
For God realization also?
We don't need. Samadhi is a bonus.
Okay.
If you reach a state of Samadhi, then you are able to bring back consciousness much faster.
Okay.
See, a person in Samadhi can do like this and come back to consciousness.
That I understand.
But if you're not in Samadhi, then means you need to still the mind, kill the mind, flip to consciousness, flip from nep to pep. You need to follow the process. A person who is able to go from pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi is able to reach that state of thoughtlessness immediately in consciousness.
Okay. One
I
more.
hope you got it. Yeah.
Yes, sir. One more consecutive question to this question only. Like when at the time of death of the body, do we need this samadhi state, like unification at the
No,
time of unification?
okay, wait. Let me. What is samadhi? What have you understood in our call on samadhi? What
Samadhi
is
is
samadhi?
like, sir, samadhi is complete consciousness where
No,
we are not feeling
not consciousness.
the
Samadhi is a state of thoughtlessness, not consciousness.
thoughtlessness. Yes. There is no single thought even of the body, even of
Your
the.
even your consciousness dissolves.
Yes.
It's a state of no consciousness.
Okay.
Are you getting the point?
Yes, sir.
So samadhi is that state where there is no awareness, there is no mindfulness, there is no consciousness, there is no discrimination, there is no intellect, there is nothingness.
But sir, in our like in Jainism, what they say ki samadhi is required at the time of unification with the Siv, at the time of death of the body.
You can't mix Chinese fried rice with sambar, no.
That
You're
is why I
trying to
got
mix
confused.
two. Yeah, no, don't
Yeah.
see. Samadhi is something completely different in Buddhism, in Jainism. Samadhi
Hmm.
in Zoom call. In Zoom call, what have we identified Samadhi in Zoom call? Samadhi is that state of sushupti, that state of deep sleep, where there is no jagrat, there's no swapna. You're completely in deep sleep, but in this case of Samadhi, you are not sleeping. You are not fallen asleep, but you have lost complete consciousness. You have lost consciousness, but you are awake.
Yes, we are awake. Yes, we are not even sleeping, but we are in like not having any thought,
Yeah.
even of
Some
anything.
people try to use the term yoga nidra.
Hmm.
Some people try to use the term yoga nidra. What is yoga nidra? You are not nidra, you're not sleeping,
Hmm.
but you're in yoga. Yoga nidra may be closest to samadhi.
Okay.
But see,
So
I'm not going by Jain explanation or Buddhist. I'm going by our Zoom call understanding of Samadhi.
No, but sir, in Jainism, what they do, like हमारे जो साधु महाराज and all है, what they do कि at the time of death of the body, when they understand कि अब death होने वाला है body का, like they feel it that way, they go into samadhi, they leave everything, the food, the water, they do everything कि अब we have to go in samadhi type kind of, that kind of thing is called samadhi in Jainism.
That is basically nothing but induced death, no?
We can say that, yes.
No need to do like that.
Okay. One more thing, sir.
Yes.
One day I contemplated on deep sleep. Okay.
हाँ,
So we say कि deep sleep में कोई जगत ही नहीं है. Is
हाँ,
that correct? Because क्योंकि no thought, even the world is
absolutely.
mithya.
Absolutely. In deep sleep, what happens? You even forget who you are, no?
Yes.
Only when you wake up, you know, I'm Meenakshi Jain.
Yes.
In deep sleep, suppose you're forgotten, you've even forgotten that you're giving birth to a baby.
Hmm.
Because you're in deep sleep, in that state of sushupti, there is no thought at all.
Yes.
You
So
are
that is
knocked
the
out.
correct.
You're completely knocked out.
Yes.
Then suddenly you wake up. Sometimes you don't even know which bed you are, which room you are, who's sleeping with you.
Yeah.
You don't know.
So isn't that the correct way to contemplate on the world कि like कि जगत तो exist ही नहीं करता है. When we say कि ये तो
But that's
सच में
not. But
हाँ.
Meenakshi, that's not in our hand now. For example, what thought comes to our head is not a choice. Suppose a toxic thought comes in our head. It's not. It's our karma. We can't help it. Suppose a dirty thought comes in my head. What can I do? If I'm in a mind state, I will be killed. If a dirty thought comes and I'm in consciousness, I will destroy that thought. But suppose I'm in the state of yatta. But yatta means what? Yatta means I'm an idiot. If I'm in
Idiot.
idiot state and if I'm in yatta and the dirty thought comes in my head, then what happens? Then I will
Then
that
we
dirty
react on that.
that dirty thought will germinate. It will
Yes.
multiply 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8.
It's a very difficult to control the mind, like to not even control. I am in consciousness, like I'll say for myself ki after giving birth, I am in consciousness only for some time. Otherwise, I'm in mind state majorly.
But you
But
can come back. You can
huh,
BBC. You can bring back consciousness. It's very, actually, this is where I gave you all that 11-step method.
yes.
What is the first step you need to do, Meenakshi? First, become aware you are in the mind
Mm.
state. Just become aware.
Yes.
Then flip to consciousness.
Consciousness.
Then be still. Then
Mm.
separate the mind. Then
Yes.
snatch it. Then stop it, crop it, chop it, drop it.
Mm.
Then activate the intellect. Then become a monk.
Yes.
Become a monk. Then fill your life with positivity.
Mm.
Then be in yoga and lock the mind. Am I correct? Siddhi, correct now? Then you have to lock the mind. So I don't see, this is something I have not memorized it, but it comes to my head step by step by step by step by step. So your problem is you're not aware that you're in mind state.
No, sir, I am aware. I am coming back to consciousness also. But the next steps are like I'm not following. Consciousness, I come back to consciousness. I understand ki, oh, I was in mind state. I after 10 minutes also, even after 10 minutes, I realized no, I was in mind state. I need to come back to consciousness. I understand that much.
So that is good enough. That is good enough. Just always be ready to come back to consciousness. Because if you
Mm.
don't come back to consciousness, that's the disaster. Come
Yes.
back to consciousness faster to avoid disaster. Huh? I'm telling you something new today. Come back to consciousness faster to avoid disaster.
Yes. So one more thing, you have the recording of the 11 steps method, like the saved recording, because I am not having the
It's
video.
on YouTube. Just find out what date it is and I will help you find it. It's on YouTube. I can tell you what date it is.
Huh.
You will WhatsApp me. I'll tell you what is the date. 11
Okay.
steps. If anybody knows the date, please give. If anybody would have written it down, they will give you the date in the call now, sir. Okay.
Okay. So one more
Thank
question
you.
I have. Can I
Yes.
ask? Or I need to
Yes.
come back.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, sir, what is the connection between soul and ego? We say ki the soul is a spark of unique life. Ego is the false identity. How can we, like, is there any connection? Ki,
I'll
yeah.
explain to you. When you are born as the mind and ego, what is that ego? It is a enlightened ego or it is a foolish
No,
ego?
foolish ego.
It's the mind and ego is carrying karma.
Yes.
Actually, does that ego exist or it's only an identity?
Only an identity.
So that ego, suppose you say, I was Meenakshi Jain, I was Meenakshi Jain. Now I have become aim, Atma in Meenakshi. Now I
Hmm.
am not Meenakshi, I am the Atma in Meenakshi, correct?
Yeah.
So what happens to the ego now?
That is enlightened ego now.
If the ego is enlightened, what is it?
Ego is enlightened, then I realize that I am the soul.
So what is the ego then?
Okay. So the enlightened ego is the soul only.
Correct. You got the answer. You know the answer. You got it
Okay.
right. You see, you got the answer with your own systematic contemplation.
But sir, at the time of birth, we even don't know about ego at the time of birth. Okay. We develop the ego.
You
We,
don't even know about mind. You don't even know
uh,
about your innocence.
uh,
Your child now, your baby. How
uh,
old is your baby?
does not understand.
Your
He is
baby
too
does not
much.
understand mind and ego. Your baby is an innocent baby.
Uh,
But
we only,
does your baby have mind and ego, or your baby does not have mind and ego?
he has obviously because
Of course
rebirth
he
has
has.
happened.
Is your
Uh,
baby carrying karma or your baby is not carrying karma?
yes, carrying karma.
As
But
the baby
aren't
develops,
we we are only responsible for developing the mind and ego, right? The
of the baby.
surroundings, of the baby.
No, no, no.
No, the
You
mind
are
and ego, we
responsible.
will
You are only responsible for giving good upbringing to the baby.
even
You can
after
give,
even then also they will be having some mind and ego, no? Because I am
my dear,
solely
my
not
dear,
responsible.
don't jump the gun, my dear.
Hmm.
Your baby is right. Suppose your baby today falls sick
Uh,
and your baby suffers. What is the reason for that?
the karma,
His baby's karma.
baby's karma
Till such time that the baby is big enough to start agami karma and start the current account of karma. What is going to unfold in your baby's life?
the past karma.
Tapas karma. Nothing else. When the
Okay.
baby is big enough, when the baby starts doing things with consciousness, with mind and ego, then the baby is creating this twin karma.
Present karma.
It started,
But till then,
the,
till then, aren't we creating the karma? Okay, the baby's
you
past
are,
karma is
what
okay.
is your karma? You are doing good or bad to your baby, is your karma.
Hmm.
If you do good for your baby, good karma. You do bad for your baby, bad karma.
But till he understands everything, then the past karma is going on, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Some mothers, the baby starts crying full night. What the mother does?
No, mother can help out the baby.
Some mother beat the baby.
Uh,
I have seen a woman throwing the baby, catching the baby and throwing the baby in the bed because the baby has colic pain. The baby has colic pain and the baby is crying and
yes,
screaming and screeching full night. What do you do?
got it.
So if you have patience, you say, baby, come on, baby, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Okay, baby, okay, baby, okay, baby. That's your karma, that's your challenge.
Hmm.
That's your karma that you have to face it.
Yes, got it, sir.
Did
Thank
I
you so much.
answer all your questions, I
Yes,
hope?
yes, everything.
Most
Thank you.
important, being in, yeah, thank you, being in consciousness, being in conscious. That's why this call is very important. That's why asking question is very important. That's why keeping your video on is very important. That's why being alert and connected very important. That's the only way to grow.
Thank you
Aham
so much,
Atma
sir.
will come to you. Swaraj Banerjee, Sipt and Karma. Aham Atma, you can keep your questions ready. Swaraj. Huh? Manjak, sir. Yes, Swaraj, are you going to ask a question? Otherwise, next person. My soul, written here. My soul is immersed through the population grown up. Is there any relation between, but I can't read. Huh? Okay. If soul is immortal, how the population grows up? Is there any relation between the number of souls to number of bodies? Of course. Of course. Good question. But you're coming, I think, first time. Swaraj Banerjee. The soul, I can't read like this, very difficult. Okay, we'll answer your question. Somebody's asking the question and writing like that. Okay. It is just like saying, how many drops of water is there in the ocean? Can you count how many drops of water are there in the ocean? You cannot count. The drop of water is like a spark of unique life. The soul can give birth to 100 billion bodies. So we should understand soul is a spark of unique life. Soul is energy. And energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transmuted from one form to another. But unless you speak, I hope I've answered this question. So number of soul does not equal to number of bodies. But if there are number of bodies alive today, that many souls are there. But the souls can be much more. So number of souls can be 100 times, 1,000 times number of bodies. Okay. What is your next question? You can go down. You want the next one? Swaraj Banerjee. What is this? Okay. So we have got somebody else. How can we kill the mind? Section on 16.8. So you're giving the answer. Meenakshi, the question, Meenakshi asked. Meenakshi, how can we kill the mind? 16th of August. If you want to go and if you want to see it on YouTube. 16th of August. 16th August 2024. Meenakshi, I hope you got it. Yes, continue, please. I'm not sure Meenakshi is there. Yeah, she's there. Okay. After that, SIP, Prakash, Karma, and Ahem Atma. Prakash, your echo is on. No problem. Please ask.
Namaste, Guruji.
Namaskar. Bolo.
We say the soul enters the zygote at the stage of zygote.
The soul gives concept. It creates conception. It doesn't enter.
Okay, it creates conception. But the zygote is formed from the sperm and the ovum. There are millions of sperms. So what energy do they have, sperms?
It is only the soul. The soul, the zygote, the energy of the sperm and the egg cannot conceive a child till the soul comes.
But what energy does the sperm and the ovum have? Do they have SIP energy?
Every cell has SIP energy. Your nose has SIP energy. Not only sperm. Your nose has SIP energy. Your eye has SIP energy. Your tongue has SIP energy.
So multiple SIP energies are converging to form the.
There's no multiple SIP energy. There's one SIP energy. The soul is a spark of unique life. So you're telling me that your right hand has different energy and your left hand has different energy. Switch off. Please switch off your left hand energy and show me. Can you switch off?
No.
That means there's one energy in your body, right?
Okay.
Can you switch off your nose energy and keep your eyes energy on?
No.
Got it?
Question I want to ask.
Yes.
When people have sex, they reach orgasm. So what stage of consciousness is when they are in orgasm?
There's nothing to do with consciousness and orgasm. That is a physical, biological question. It's not a spiritual. No, your consciousness does not change. Okay, so that question is not relevant because it will go out of our subject. You can ask me personally if you like. Karma and Ahem.
Shivoham AiR. Hope you're
Shivoham.
doing. I just wanted to talk about Yoga Nidra. It is actually a practice of attaining complete relaxation without sleeping.
Correct.
The practice is like the goal is not to sleep. For 10 to 20 minutes, one can achieve the complete relaxation, which is equivalent to a deep sleep of 6 to 8 hours.
Which is what we say.
Not as easy.
Which is what we say. That means you should not have thoughts during that time.
Yes, it's but Again, a lot of people loosely translate it as sleep meditation. It's not sleep meditation, but it's been sold as sleep meditation. I just wanted to, why I wanted to clarify this, because I think you were just mentioning some people call this samadhi also, a type of
No, see,
samadhi.
I'll tell you, Yoga Nidra is defined by 10 people in 10 different ways. So
Possible, but
the term, if you ask me, what is Yoga Nidra? If I use the word Yoga Nidra, it means that it looks like you are sleeping, but you're in yoga. You're in yoga means that you're united with the divine. It means you have dissolved. It means you're in a state of what we spoke other day. We are equaling it to a state of samadhi. Now,
that's
this
that.
is only for the purpose of our Zoom call. This is not the purpose of
I know.
other people's
I
definition.
got it. I got it, definitely. No, that's where I want to clarify, because I do practice yoga nidra. It's purely physical. It has nothing to do with the thought process or anything. It's just to relax your body completely without having to sleep for 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah, that means that in that state you are having thoughts. In your example, you are not
Yeah.
thoughtless.
No, no, of course not. You have to have thoughts because
So
it is guided. It
yeah,
has
so
to be
then
guided.
so
Without that,
that
it
is not
cannot work.
samadhi. So that is not
Exactly.
samadhi.
Exactly. That's why I wanted to put
Yeah,
this across. Yeah.
good. So Yoga Nidra, we are saying, let's not confuse Yoga Nidra with Samadhi. Thank you, Karma, for your inputs. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Aham Atma Meenakshi.
Yeah, good evening, Guruji.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir, I reached home. The thing is, now we talk about birth, death, reincarnation, bhakti yoga, lot of things, thoughts are coming, samadhi and other things. But for a beginner like me, I want to start with the karma yoga, which Lord Krishna stresses most thing. How to establish myself in the karma yoga, sir, actually. That I need your
By
advice.
by two most important aspects in Karma Yoga. Only the two most important aspects,
Yeah,
according to Krishna.
yeah.
First of all,
Mm.
whatever you are doing, offer it as Arpanam, Krishna Arpanam.
Okay.
Means that you whatever you are doing, say, Prabhu, I am not doing, Prabhu. I am offering it because I am not the doer.
Okay.
I am not Krishnan, chartered accountant. I am SA, spiritually awakened. I am Atma.
Yeah.
Therefore, I am not the doer. I am not the Karta Bhav.
Okay.
The moment you say, I am not the Karta, I am not the doer, this is one aspect, correct?
Okay. Okay.
If
Understood.
you are not the doer, automatically, should you expect any reward for that action?
I'm sorry, I have not opened the video. I thought that it is opened. Sorry. Yeah.
If you are surrendering your action to Krishna,
Mm.
then are you expecting any reward for that?
Mind in that stage also mind will play its game actually.
No, if the mind is playing, then it's karma. It's not karma yoga.
Okay.
When you are saying, Prabhu, I am nothing, Lord, I am nothing, I am whatever I am doing, you are doing, I am nothing, O Lord. That is the first aspect of karma yoga.
Mm.
The second aspect is, as you are doing, you remain in yoga, means you remain united with SIP. Means all the time you are connected with SIP. That these are the two aspects of karma yoga.
Okay. In this case, we can sacrifice the fruits of actions. Is it possible actually? Huh?
Yeah, if you normally every human being wants the reward of action.
Wants the rewards of action, but God says that you have to sacrifice the fruit of actions.
Suppose I am doing this call, I want reward from this call. Is it karma or karma yoga?
This is karma, but you don't expect anything. That is a karma yoga.
That's the difference.
Okay. Now, I want to start from karma yoga, Guruji. That I feel
So
rather than
practice.
going to the.
So if you are established in consciousness,
Oh, yeah.
your karma will become karma yoga.
Sure.
Initially, there will be karma yoga, karma yoga, karma yoga, karma yoga, karma yoga, karma yoga, karma yoga. Initially, you will move between karma and karma yoga. But if you are determined, if you are committed, your karma will become karma yoga.
Sure.
Most people in this world cannot do karma yoga. Tell me why.
But they are attached to the results.
Tell me why they cannot do karma yoga.
Because they always expect the result excellence. They don't concentrate on the process excellence.
Tell me why.
Because they are attached to the material.
Tell me why.
Yeah, tell me. Body.
Tell me why. Tell me why. Because of I.
Because of I. Can you expand it? I am unable to understand. Because of I means
I want to be prime minister. I want to be president. I want to be guru. I want to be big guru.
Okay,
I want to earn lot of money. Somebody came and told me I want to earn lot of money. So I was explaining, you want to earn lot of money. What will you do with money? No, I want lot of money. Okay, I'll give you money. No, I don't want your money. Then I said, just now you asked for money. No. I want to earn money. I said, then what I can do?
Sure.
What I can do, if I want to earn money, I want to. As long as that we cannot be karma yoga. The I has to dissolve. The I must disappear.
Okay.
Okay.
I have to do all the actions as offering to the God. Tu hi karta hai. I'm not a karta. Lord Krishna, you are only doing everything. I surrender everything to.
I'm only the basuri.
I'm only an instrument. Okay. Only an instrument. I want to start from karma yoga. That I find it. Okay. Thank you, Guruji. Thanks.
Somebody called and asked me a question today. Guruji, you are done podcast with IIT Baba. So I said,
IIT
yes.
Baba, I wanted to ask that yesterday he was arrested or something. I don't know.
That's okay. But then they asked me, IIT Baba is telling he is Shiva, he is Kalki, he is Krishna. So please explain. I said, you go and ask him. So the point is, we are all Shiva.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you I am Shiva.
Correct.
If I tell I am Shiva, it's wrong.
Okay.
I am Shiva, you are Shiva. We are all Shiva.
Yeah.
That is the right analogy.
Guruji, one final question that I remember in your books I read. You are a devotee of Shiva, but your guru is a devotee of Lord Krishna, it looks. He told you. There is.
How does it matter?
Okay.
My guru to change from Krishna to Shiva in the last 15 years of his life.
Okay.
He told me to bring Shiva to his kutia. So I took Shiva and put in the kutia. It became a Shiva ashram.
Okay. No, he was telling you wrote one line. Everything is Krishna. You don't worry. Like that, something your guru told you. Like that, you have written. Actually, I think you are a devotee of Paramashiva. He is a devotee of Lord Krishna.
Okay, good. Any more question after Meenakshi? We have another 10 minutes to close.
Yeah, right.
10 minutes to close. Meenakshi Jain.
Yes, sir. So I got the date. So thank you for that. Yeah. So one more question on I-ness I have, the ego. So can we say that the ego arises because of the mind state only? Mind,
Absolutely.
because of the mind. Like out of the mind, the ego is arising?
Actually, see, the ego, pay attention. The ego is an identity. For example, your child is born.
Yeah.
Your child, is your child going to get ego because of your child's mind, or it is a composite mind and ego me?
Composite.
Whether your child cannot grow up either only mind or only ego. Can your child grow up with only mind or only ego? No chance.
No. Yeah.
What is carrying karma in your baby is the mind and the ego. Both me, both are carrying the karma in your child.
So why
Your child will grow up. Your child will grow up and to say, what do you give name you're giving or going to give?
Yeah, Harshil. Harshil we have there.
Harshil. Harshil.
Yeah.
So your child will go up and say, I am Harshil. Who told him he's Harshil?
We only created this thing.
You gave name to him.
Yeah.
If you don't give name, he can't be Benami. You have to give a name, na? You don't have option. In school, he needs a name in school, na?
So why we separate the ego then? Why don't we say ki ego is because ego is arises out of mind only, right? The anger, the hate, the components of ego are because of mind only.
No,
Then
no. The ego is a separate entity, but its negative agonies are triggered by the mind, no doubt.
Hmm.
But the mind and ego are two different aspects. I'll tell you why it is kept separate. You are saying, why can't we merge it? Correct?
Yeah,
Because the mind, you can still it and you can kill it.
yeah,
You can eliminate the mind.
yeah.
But can you eliminate the ego?
No, but when we eliminate the mind, then the ego is by default. I think the components of ego by default can be eliminated. Like when we
No,
still the
no.
mind, then
The
we will
ego
not be
cannot
having.
be, the ego can be enlightened. It
Huh.
cannot be eliminated.
No, I'm not saying eliminated, but when I still the mind, then no toxic thought will be there. Okay, the
So where is the mind?
consciousness,
So where is the mind then?
the mind is not
So you
existing.
so you can kill the mind,
Huh.
but you can't kill the ego.
No, but the components like anger will not be coming when there is no mind.
Because because there's no ego. So if you are in a state where your mind is still alive, but
Hmm.
your ego is enlightened, then you will overcome anger, hate, revenge, and jealousy. But you will still have fear, worry, stress, and anxiety. The mind has got separate miseries, the ego has got separate agonies. They are two separate channels.
So I think so. We have created only the ego. I understand ki identity is there. Okay, I have to
No,
give
wait
some
a minute. Wait a minute. Does the mind get angry?
because of the thoughts of the mind. We get angry now.
No, because of the thoughts of the ego.
Okay.
The ego gets jealous. The mind does not get jealous. The ego gets jealous. The ego gets angry. The ego will hate. The ego will take revenge.
Because of the thoughts only, na sir. The negative thoughts which are coming in the mind.
No
Because of
doubt.
that.
No doubt. No doubt. But the unit of reaction, the mind is just producing toxic thoughts, fear, worry, stress, anxiety, regret, shame, guilt. Mind is producing toxic thoughts.
Okay.
The ego is the identity. Either you are going to be in the false identity, I am Meenakshi, or you will be in the enlightened identity, I am the soul in Meenakshi.
The identity has to be there. That I understand. Obviously, I have to give some name to myself. It can be the ego or it can be the enlightened ego. I understand that. But the components which we describe, the anger, the hate, are coming from mind only. That was my thinking. Like,
It is rooted in the mind. What you're saying is not wrong. Okay, let me give you another example. So
yeah,
suppose you're saying the mind is creating anger.
yeah.
Suppose you enlighten the ego, then can the mind create anger?
When I enlighten the ego, then the no, then anger cannot be there.
Therefore, the anger is coming from mind or ego?
So does that mean the mind and ego will be eliminated both at one single time? Like
No,
if I enlighten,
no,
okay, okay,
no.
okay.
They are two separate challenges.
Hmm.
In the journey of spirituality, you may overcome fear, worry, stress, anxiety. You may be able to still the mind, but your ego may be very high.
Hmm.
Or
Okay.
you may be able to enlighten the ego, but your mind is still creating fear, worry, stress, anxiety. They are two separate, seven miseries and seven agonies. They are two separate aspects of mind and ego. We have to deal with both separately.
So when we have converted the ego to enlightened ego, then also it may define that we are not completely enlightened, right? We have to kill the mind also.
Absolutely.
Both things should go similar, like to reach the
Otherwise,
destination.
otherwise you will not. As long as you're the mind, you cannot be in soul consciousness. As long as you're the ego, you cannot be in soul consciousness. But the mind has got fear, worry, stress, anxiety, regret, shame, and guilt. The ego has got anger, hate, revenge, jealousy, pride, greed, and selfishness. Seven on one side, seven on other side. You have to overcome all 14.
Okay, Got it,
For
sir.
which one, you have to eliminate the mind.
Yes.
And two, you have to enlighten the ego.
Yes. Got it, sir.
So,
Thank you.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
So, not very interesting call. We have got some very interesting questions today, right from Atmanand when he started. So my point, I have 2-3 minutes before I can close the call. So before I close the call, Atmanand also asked a very similar question. What the mind and ego, how would the mind and ego transfer, how it can carry karma. And somebody asked how the soul enters. So see, that's why a Wednesday session is very important, because you can ask very basic questions. On a Wednesday session, you don't have to feel embarrassed. How can I ask this question? A Wednesday session is a beginner session. You can ask any question, but my dear friends, ultimately, what are we to realize? Ultimately, we are to realize neti neti. I am not the body. I am not the mind. So who will answer this question? Is it neti neti or is it neti neti neti? Is it I am not the body and mind neti neti, or I am not the body, mind, ego? So it's neti 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 from today onwards. Who will answer this question? Who will answer? Please put your hand and unmute. Who will answer? Krishna wants to answer. Krishna, I am not the body, I am not the mind. 2 netis or 3 netis? Krishna, unmute Krishna. Krishnoham.
Krishnoham, sir. It is
Yeah, bolo.
neti neti. It is only neti neti.
But there are 3
Because
identities. Nah?
no ego, you cannot. You have tortoise, ego, you have to transcend. You need the ego as long as there is a body.
So when you say neti, I am not the body. Neti,
When
I
there
am
is
not the
no
mind.
mind, when there is no mind, automatically you are in consciousness. That means you have enlightened the ego. You have no identity. Your identity, false identity is gone. So it is
You got
neti
it?
neti.
Good. Correct. Good answer. So you got it? There's no 3 netis. Did you understand? There is no neti, neti, neti. No. Neti, I am not the body. Neti, I am not the mind. When there is neti, I am not the body, and there is neti, I am not the mind. In that moment, the ego is enlightened. Then the ego to be fully enlightened, tattvam asi. Tattvam asi. Neti, neti, tattvam asi. Then I am not this, I am that. And that is the way to enlightenment, and that is the way for us to evolve on this path. So, my dear friends, as I've been telling you, this Friday, I'm trying to help you reach that state of evaluating or certifying your own enlightenment. Where are you in the journey of enlightenment? But don't feel shy to ask questions. What did my guru told me? 3 biggest roadblocks of enlightenment. What are the 3 biggest roadblocks? What is my guru told? Duty, lust, and shame. Oh, I feel I'm very shy. Somebody says, I'm very shy. Guruji, I'm very shy to ask question. My Guruji told, if you have shame, you cannot get enlightened. Don't feel ashamed to ask questions. Don't feel ashamed to feel I'm ignorant. My Guru told me, you're yet. I told, thank you, Guruji. I'm yet. Thank you, Guruji. Now tell me why I'm yet. Neti, neti. Not this, not this. Tattvamasi, thou art that. Ask questions. Ask questions about this. Ask questions about Leela, about Maya, about Guru, about success, about happiness, about mind, about ego, about rebirth, about karma, about life. Ask questions. There are 1,000 topics about Upanishads, about religion, about spirituality, about fear, worry, stress, anxiety, about anger, hate, revenge, jealousy, about liberation, realization, God realization, self realization, yoga, Jagat Mithya Prabhu Satya, liberation, unification, nirvana, salvation. There are 100 questions, 200 questions. Ask questions. Don't feel shy. Duty, lust, and shame can be the 3 biggest roadblocks to enlightenment as per my Guru. With folded hands, I bow down to you. See you tomorrow at 8.